The Spider-Man 3 rumor train is running rampant. Let's take a couple minutes to break down the recent deluge. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Comic Book Nostalgia. I'm CB Nostalgia, and we're going to talk a little bit about Spider-Man 3 and all these rumors. But first, I wanted to remind everybody, make sure you get in on this month's giveaway. We're giving away this Volume 1 Omnibus of The Boys. In order to get in on the giveaway, all you have to do is be a subscriber, hit like, and leave a decent comment. Well, ever since we've got that Jamie Foxx casting news, rumors have been coming at us left and right. I mean, look at all these rumors running me every day. So I thought we could take a couple minutes to talk about Spider-Man 3, the rumors, what we actually know is true, and what very well may be a huge part of the future of our favorite web-slinger. Let's turn back the clock just a little bit, and talk about where all this is coming from. Ever since the end of Spider-Man Far From Home, when J.K. Simmons returned as J. Jonah Jameson, the door has been creeping open to former Spider-Man castings. And then a little while ago, we found out that Jamie Foxx had been cast as Electro in Spider-Man 3. Once that happened, the rumor mill started to spin. Now, the one thing that has added to this rumor mill is the fact that the only other confirmed news we've got is that Doctor Strange is going to be in the film. This pretty much caused a multiverse explosion. But the confirmation said it was more a mentor role, like Tony Stark or Nick Fury was in the previous films. Now, we're going to talk about these rumors, but right up front, I don't know what's true, I don't know what's not, but there's so many of these. Where there's smoke, there's fire, and there's really too many at this point to just dismiss them all. With that said, often we find, looking back on these movies, that about 10% of the rumors turned out to be true, and the rest of it was just click-seeking nonsense. So we really want to separate ourselves from that. That is what we're talking about, not the validity of the rumors. Now, the first rumor that came our way was that Dane DeHaan and Kirsten Dunst might be returning to the Spider-Man franchise. If you remember right, Dane played Harry Osborn in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which was part of Andrew Garfield's pairing of movies. Kirsten Dunst actually played Mary Jane Watson in the original Raimi trilogy and was pretty well received by fans. Now, I heard this rumor and we just kind of put that up on the shelf. Because, quite honestly, I didn't know what to believe, but we'll circle back around to this in a minute. Now, earlier this week, we got a whole bunch of more rumors. The first one was from The Direct, which was reporting that Tom Hardy is likely to cameo in Spider-Man 3. Now, the extent of this cameo wasn't reported, but it seemed like it was going to be very minor, maybe just an appearance, and one of those tying all these Spider-Man universe together type things. But then, earlier today, we got the big one. This rumor comes from the Fandom Wire, and again, not Marvel Studios, not Sony, not Disney, not anybody that has any actual authority, and not from a Hollywood trade. And what they're reporting is that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, both our former Spider-Man, will be returning for Spider-Man 3. This one pretty much blew everyone away. Now, this story was shortly followed by another rumor, and this one came from MCU Cosmic and Jeremy Conrad, and that one reported on Miles Morales. Now, what Jeremy is saying is that he's hearing that Miles Morales has already been cast in the MCU, which really shouldn't surprise anyone, given how he was teased in the first film and that 5-year time jump from the blip. So what do all these rumors mean? Well, many people are talking Spider-Verse, and that's probably pretty legit. I do think Spider-Man is working towards a live-action Spider-Verse film, but I don't think it's going to be Spider-Man 3. Now, I do think a Spider-Verse may be established in this movie, and maybe some of this reporting is built around a series of cameos. We don't need very long scenes to establish that these other Spider-Verses exist, and it definitely doesn't mean that these people will appear as full-fledged characters in future movies. The official announcement said Jamie Foxx is returning, but all the rest of this is rumor. But you can take all of the pieces and kind of see how it might fit together. You don't have to stretch very far to think about a series of short cameos establishing a full-fledged Spider-Verse with some of these old franchises. Pairing Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst in a scene with a more seasoned Spider-Man to establish the Raimi universe would be awesome, and maybe even establishing Mayday Parker. And maybe a fight scene between Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man and Dane DeHaan's Green Goblin. This is likely to be combined with many of these other things we're hearing, such as the Tom Hardy cameo. Now, honestly, I personally think this is probably, like I said, about 80% not true, but some of these pieces are likely to show up, and I don't want to dismiss it outrightly, because I do think some of it may very well end up in the film. For our channel, nothing's real until Kevin Feige, Disney, or Sony say that it's real. So we take all of this not just with a grain of salt, but how about a whole pile? I actually hope all of these rumors are true, and all of these details turn out to be something that's going on. I suspect Spider-Man has a huge future not only at Marvel Studios, but with Sony, and this is all part of a rather large plan to tie it all together. In any case, once we get any actual confirmed details about Spider-Man 3, we're absolutely going to bring them your way. But I felt like there were way too many rumors running rampant to not address them with you guys. So what do you guys think of all these rumors surrounding Spider-Man? And how many of them do you actually think are true versus people just seeking clicks? Sound off in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you press like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.